Lunar Showers by Twifan.
Things have changed quite a bit since you were gone, sister.
Celestia guided her weary sister Luna through the halls of Canterlot Castle.
Modern ponies have created such marvelous inventions in the last 1,000 years.
Luna looked around the unfamiliar halls of the castle. She was about to ask a question when her stomach made a loud rumbling noise.
Perhaps,
Celestia added,
the first place to show you is the kitchen.
Celestia led Luna towards the dining room.
It's been an awfully long time since we have had the taste of cabbages and carrots, dear sister. We had almost forgotten.
Celestia gave Luna a smile.
Oh, well, then do I have a treat for you?
Luna stared at the strange dishes that were in front of her. The plate nearest to her looked like a carrot, but for some reason the chef had wrapped it between two pieces of strange-looking bread and covered it with strange red, yellow, and green sauces.
Sister, what is this?
She asked.
It's a specialty from Manhattan called carrot dogs,
Celestia answered.
I hear they're quite popular.
Luna lifted the strange food with her magic and slowly took a bite of it. She chewed it for a bit and let the flavor sit in her mouth before swallowing it down.
It is acceptable.
Celestia clapped her hooves together.
I thought you might like them.
Luna finished off her carrot dog and spotted a dish being delivered to the table that she did recognize.
Strawberries!
Celestia began to chuckle a bit as Luna stuffed 4 strawberries into her mouth at once.
As much as I want you to try out the new ways ponies have made to make food, it wouldn't be right not to let you have a comforting old favorite now, would it?
Luna nodded to her sister as she chewed and swallowed the strawberries.
We had forgotten about these delights altogether. Oh, sister, where were you able to find so many of these rare treats? They're not rare anymore. More farms have been built to grow all sorts of food, and thanks to the invention of the train, the food gets to ponies all across Equestria faster. The train?
Luna asked as she levitated another carrot dog towards her.
What is that?
Luna listened to her sister explain trains as she ate the carrot dog, unaware of the dripping condiments staining her coat with each bite. After 2 more carrot dogs, another mouthful of strawberries, and a cupcake, Luna's stomach was happily satisfied. Luna sat back in her dining chair and relaxed.
That meal was so filling. We bet we can just fall asleep in this chair. The beds would be much more comfortable.
Luna groggily got up from the chair. It was then she noticed the stains.
Our beautiful coat! These delectables of Manhattan have stained our beautiful coat! Sister, summon the servants. We will need them to bring some warm water for our bath.
Celestia smiled at her panicked sister.
I guess the next thing I should show you is the royal showers.
Luna blinked.
What is a shower?
The royal bathroom was much different than the one Luna remembered. It was smaller than her old one, and there didn't seem to be any sort of pool or tub for the servants to pour water into. Instead, the room floor was lower than the hallway, and some of the tiles in the floor were replaced with strange metal discs with Celestia's symbol carved into them. At the end of the room, behind a curtain hung up in the air, was the device Celestia called a shower. Luna listened as her sister explained how it worked. Luna stared at the strange metal knobs on the tile wall.
So, if we turn the one labeled with an H, then hot water will pour out from there?
Luna gestured toward the shower head above.
And the one beside labeled with a C will pour out cold water. We can adjust them to the temperature of the water to fit our needs, all without needing to call the servants?
Celestia nodded.
How is such magic possible?
Luna questioned.
It's not quite magic. Water is pumped up to the showers through the pipes.
Luna gazed at the metal hose attached to the shower head that ran down into the wall.
We think we understand. It's okay, Luna. The important thing right now is that you understand enough to clean yourself off.
Celestia then levitated a bar of soap, a brush, and a bottle of shampoo.
These should help you clean up as well. Do you want some help in cleaning yourself?
Luna turned the shower knobs with her magic and tested the temperature of the water with her hoof.
We believe we shall be alright, sister. Alright then, but if you need anything, we shall summon the yes.
Celestia stepped out of the shower room, leaving Luna alone. Once the Princess of the Night had adjusted the water to her liking, she closed her eyes and stepped into it. Luna had forgotten the delightful and comforting feel of water splashing against her. It made her smile. Luna got to work levitating the soap and scrubbing against her back. She hummed to herself a song she once knew the name of long ago, but now forgotten. She turned her back to the shower as she began to clean off the stains on her flank. Luna did not notice the delightful feeling of the water was causing her tail to swing back and forth. Her tail eventually got wrapped in with the hose of the shower, but Luna didn't notice. She didn't notice the extra force she was using to pull the tail free. She did notice the bang of the shower head hit against the wall as it fell from its clamp, which caused her to jump. Luna spun around to see the shower head continue its spraying of water as it hung down from its original spot. Believing she had broken the device, Luna lifted the shower head back up with her magic and took a look around for the broken piece of shower. Luna's magic was able to place the shower head back in its clamp easily, to her surprise. Luna inspected the holder more closely and determined that there wasn't anything that broke off from it. Lifting the shower head again with magic, she took it off the holder and put it back on. Satisfied with what she saw, Luna brought the shower head down to her. With the newfound knowledge that the shower head could be removed and put back, Luna's mind began to fill with new possibilities to get herself clean. She placed her front hoof against the shower wall and levitated the shower head under her hoof. She let the water spray in the hard-to-reach places and scrubbed with the soap. Yes, this would work wonders for her. Once she was done, she began to move the head lower down her body to Holy Moon. Luna's magical grip on the shower head was lost from the jolt she felt the moment the water touched against her nether lips. The shower head bounced against the wall again. Luna simply stood there, wet and confused and eyes widened by what she just felt. Water had brushed against her down there many times before, but never had she been given this kind of feeling. Luna took hold of the shower head again with her magic. Her face had started to become red and her breathing had quickened. Her heart began to race as a torrent of conflicting emotions ran through her mind. Could she ignore it? Should she try to do it again? What if some pony saw her doing it? Was this a common thing among ponies? Was it acceptable at all, or would ponies look down on her for doing it? Eventually, her mind settled on trying it again. She moved the shower head under her once more, and aimed the water at her marehood. The feeling of the water spraying against her clit forced Luna to let out a moan. She prayed no pony heard it, as she continued exploring the feelings the shower could show her. The water continued to pour against her, causing the strength in her legs to melt away. The liquid flowing down between her legs became a mix of water from the shower head and her own arousal. More moaning escaped the princess's lips as she moved the shower head closer to her clit, the warm pressure of the water sending signals of pleasure straight to her mind. The room itself felt like it was getting hotter, and Luna began to sweat all over her recently cleaned body. Her moans were louder now, as the fear of being caught drifted farther from her mind. Before she knew it, Luna lost all strength in her hind legs and fell towards the shower wall. Her body slammed against the wall, and her horn got caught in the clamp of the shower head. Luna struggled against the clamp, but it held her in place. Her mind was already racing with perverted thoughts thanks to the effect of the shower head, and she felt as though some stallion had pinned her helplessly against the wall. The thought brought even more arousal to the returning princess, to her own shock. Thoughts of some stallion breaking into the royal sister's room and pinning her to the wall like some common peasant on the streets. Her, the princess of all the night. She continued in her fantasies as she brought the showerhead towards her clit again. Luna's body felt like it was on fire. She bit down on her hoof in order to muffle her own howling. Her hips began to start jerking against the wall she was pinned to. It started to become hard to breathe for her. Her vision started to blur as the heat in her nethers increased. Her mind raced as she started to have thoughts of what her mysterious stallion attacker would do. Would simply watching her squirm under his hoof be enough? No, a stallion like that would want to join in. Gripping the hairbrush with her magic, while maintaining her magical hold on the showerhead, Luna began to force the handle of the brush up her plot hole. Luna felt a sharp pain rush through her system, causing a surprised yelp from the princess. She felt herself being stretched out more as she forced the hairbrush deeper into her. All the while, the showerhead continued its pressure on her clit. Luna's hoof was covered in her drool as it tried to muffle the sounds of the princess. Lost to the pleasures, Luna began to lick her own hoof. Her other free hoof traveled down to her now sensitive teats and began to push against them. With the combined assault from all sides, Luna began to feel her buildup reach its climax. Luna's free hoof began to travel down to fondle her sensitive marehood and finish the job. With another muffled moan into her hoof, Luna felt her orgasm begin. Her plot clenched against the intruding hairbrush. The wave of her juice clashed with the waters of the shower, both which poured against her hoof below. The burning storm inside her began to fade. Her magical hold faded on the showerhead, letting it bounce against the wall under her legs. Her entire body lay limp against the side of the shower wall in a state of bliss. Sight was slowly returning to her, followed by strength in her hoofs again. Luna began carefully removing the hairbrush from her rectum. Luna then carefully stood up to get her horn out of the showerhead clamp. She then finished up washing herself off, as well as cleaning the hairbrush, and placed the showerhead back where it belonged. Luna began to wonder what other marvelous things she needed to see about modern Equestria.